Okay, this is just a short video showing what is pretty much the finished version of the 100 doors implementation in Z80 assembly on Pac-Man hardware. So this is MAME. I've got the debugger up, so I'll just start it and talk about it a little bit. Okay, so because it's targeting Pac-Man, the only inputs you've got are a joystick and then a player 1 start and a player 2 start. There's coin inputs and things like that. So I could have used inputs from that, but I've just used the start button because obviously you don't really put any coins in to activate functions of a game. That's a bit other than paying for a game. So you press 1 to activate the window, and that takes you into the implementation of 100 doors. Apart from the scrolling message at the top, what I've also done is I'm displaying one line at a time the actual machine code, the memory address, the machine code, and the assembly language implementation. So you can see on the screen there. So I've got the actual machine version and the assembly language version side by side, and it's just running through the code. Okay. You can see the full source code. If you follow the link in the video, I've got a link to the GitHub that's got this on, that's got the binaries and everything. It hasn't got a version of MAME, but if you just run a recent version of MAME 174, which isn't very recent, 175 upwards, that had the Pac-Man hardware fixes done, and run it in from the console so that you can just get a warning about checksums, because obviously I've changed the ROMs, and then it should run. To actually get this running on a Pac-Man board, you only need one program ROM change in, the first ROM, which, if I think about what that is, the first program ROM is 6E. Okay, so you just need 6E, and then you just need the tile ROM 5E changing. You can change them all if you wanted to, but there's actually, I've managed to get this code. I mean, it's not very optimized, could save loads of space, but it's 4K, so it just fits in that first program ROM. There's instructions on the screen to show you how to control it. So by default, the activation delay for each iteration of 100 doors is set to 0, which means you can use the down key to hang on, I've lost focus. You can use the down key to move on to the next iteration. So I'm pressing down, pull down on a joystick. I'll do another video when I've rigged up. I haven't got a jammer cab at the minute, so I can't hook my Pac-Man board up to anything. But when I actually get round to doing that, I'll do another video showing it running on actual hardware on a CRT rather than just some emulator. Okay, yeah, so you can run through it and you can see the doors opening and closing. It's just a little toggle system. The algorithm, you just start off with all the doors closed, start off with the first door, and then you just increase and change sequences. Just do a search for 100 doors for what the algorithm's supposed to be. Okay, so you can manually do it, or you can press the right key and the left key and you can alter this delay. So if I set it to 7, that's every 8 frames now it will iterate. So obviously the algorithm's finished, so if we just press the player 2 start button, which is 2, to go back to the title screen, we can then press 1 and it will just run through that sequence. You can see what loop it's on at the bottom. Just as a bit of fun, if you press up, it'll show the numbers in hexadecimal, and you can just toggle that between decimal, or denary and hexadecimal. And obviously you can say, well, I didn't want it that fast, I want to see it running slower. Just press 2 to go back to the title screen at any time, and press 1 to start it off again. Okay, that's it. A little bit of fun. It got me back into Z80 programming again, which I was incredibly rusty at. But there you go. So, yeah, you might find that useful. I don't know.